Hey guys, it's your girl Tone Motivates as always on another episode of Shades of Tone. So really quick, I just want to do a financial tip of the day. I'm pretty sure I probably mentioned this to you guys before, but let's do it again. Did you know that it would take 228 years for the Black community to obtain the same wealth our white counterparts have today? It will take 84 years for Latinas. And that's alarming. I think that we definitely need to have the conversation of finances more and what we can do to make sure that our kids and our legacy doesn't go through the same struggles that we did. So today I want to talk about something that genuinely might trigger some people, and it's the subject of loss. I've been really sitting thinking with the recent deaths in social media and just the death around us, how we just sweep loss under the rug and just assume that people are okay and things of that nature. And I'm wanting to know why our community doesn't want to talk about grief or accept grief or support each other when it comes to that. Now, it's probably the most or one of the most common things among us, with death rates of African Americans being homicide, or I should say, the most common cause of death being homicide. Unfortunately, we likely have all been affected directly or indirectly by homicide. So why aren't we talking about it? Why aren't we grieving and trying to cope with our losses instead of ignoring them? Now, personally, I know at least half a dozen associates and friends who have lost a parent, and regardless of how long it's been, it still feels like yesterday to them. Mostly none of them have looked into grieving counselors or therapists, even though you can even get these services virtually. You don't even have to go into the office. Now, even without therapy, simply coming together once a month with those in your circle to simply chat about how you feel help. They know exactly how you feel, and your support of one another will be priceless. You don't necessarily have to gather around and literally say this or that, but even if you do feel this way and you want to express or talk about things that remind you of your parents or your lost ones, why not? You know, they're still here in our heart. Although it's sensitive, someone has to start the conversation. We do not have to go through this alone. People relate more than you know. It's so many people around us that are literally grieving, depressed, going through it, and walk around with a smile every day, and we don't even know. When it's homicide and black on black violence, it's even worse. So we do have to realize that a lot of the times we're killing each other, but it doesn't make it any less of hurt, you know? It doesn't make it any less grief, loss, and all of that. I was really upset recently with one of the recent deaths of one of the rappers. And people made fun of folks on social media that mourn those celebrities. But those celebrities are still our sons, fathers, brothers, uncles, cousins, friends, husbands. Like, these are people. It doesn't matter how much money they got. And although we may not know them, we love their craft. I'll be the first one to say over and over and over again that music is my best friend. Music has brung me out of some dark places. And honestly, I don't know if I would genuinely, truly be here if it wasn't for music. Now, in addition, energy is very real. And whether they were your fave artists or not, if you're tapped in, you notice the energy is weird because it's broadcasted worldwide. They have these people, you know, recorded and posting and, you know, one of the most intimate things. And it's like a lot of people, families and friends, they don't want to see their loved ones, you know, the last moments of taking breaths and being in the physical. in the most vulnerable state that they will ever be in their life. And regardless of that, it's like we want people to stop killing our people, but we need to stop killing our people. Just stop killing. Stop killing our people. You know, that goes for others and our own. So I'm going to tell you guys a quick story. My aunt passed in January, and I still randomly cry and suddenly get sad thinking of her. Our birthdays were a day apart. I know she was proud of me and I of her, but I still miss her so much. I will always mourn her and allow myself to go through the motions, and I reach out to my cousins so I can feel more connected to her and be closer to her. But things will never be the same. You know, she was one of the closest older family members I had on my dad's side. And if she told me I was wrong, I might not want to agree with it at that moment, but I was wrong. Like, we got each other in so many ways that people would not know. And that's fine. And I know she looks down on me and all of that, and I feel good with that. But don't let your people leave this earth with you thinking that they're always going to be here or that things doesn't happen. Life is uncertain, and we have to accept that. When we lose someone, our world will never be the same. But it doesn't mean that it has to end. I can hear my auntie calling my middle name, Lynette, every time I do something I know she'd be proud of or find funny. I accept that she isn't here in the physical because I know she's here in the spiritual and simply in my heart. I think of her every single day. I'll call out to her and say, "Hey, Aunt Dion," every time Tim's song Essence plays. That was her favorite. Our relationship is still there, just in a different way. And I said that to say, your feelings are valid. It's okay to be angry, sad, upset, broken, and all of the other emotions of grief. Find a way, though, to do things that they may have enjoyed. Adopt traditions that will fit into your lifestyle. Things like this will make you feel closer to your transitioned loved ones. So if they always like to go to a specific parade, make it a point to go sometime. If they like to bowl, maybe go bowling every once in a while. I personally suck at it, but bowling, pool, all of that stuff, I just enjoy because it's being around people and socializing. My aunt loved to gamble. She loved going to the casinos here in Jersey. So I haven't been yet, but I'm making it a point within the month to go and just sit down and maybe try a game or two that I never tried before that she enjoyed, just because I know that's something that she would enjoy doing. Now, seeing a therapist is not weak. Being vulnerable is not weak. Crying is a release. Grief can be for those who lived or those you expected to live or grow, such as lost pregnancies as well. Your feelings are valid. Allow yourself to feel them. And this specifically goes for our men. Our men are typically raised to be strong and don't show no weakness and don't cry and don't have emotions, don't have feelings. And I'm here to let you know, whether you're a woman or a man, we both have feminine and masculine qualities. It's up to you to be able to balance those out. And a lot of times as a masculine, if you cannot grasp or be aware of your feminine, a lot of times that's going to create trauma. And all trauma is experiences and built up emotions from said experience that you never actually got through. So whether you acknowledge it or not, that trauma is there because of something that you didn't go through or experience or let flow through you at the time that it happened. I'm raising a black man. And I tell him all the time, and he looks at me like I'm crazy. Typically do 15, 16-year-olds. But if I could go today, if I could give my life just knowing that this boy will have every opportunity his counterparts have, that he will not be dead or in jail or simply harassed because he looks a certain kind of way, I would go right now. I know he would miss me, and I know it kind of contradicts everything that I'm saying, but a lot of our black men don't even look forward to being 18. So when they pass that age, they're like, all right, well, what do I do now? Because I didn't even expect to be here. you know? And a lot of times when it comes to these killings and shootings and all this extra stuff, some people don't love themselves. They don't care for themselves. They think themselves aren't worthy. So why would they think about you? Why would they care about you? They don't care about their life. Why would they care about yours? And this is why we need more people like the Nipsey Hussles and, because sometimes people always think that you have to be Malcolm X's and Martin Luther King and all of that. Everybody has a way of accepting information. And simply put, whatever resonates with you is what's for you. And a lot of people resonated with the likes of Nipsey Hussle. And he simply showed our community that you can literally make it from the gutter and be open-minded and open to all that the universe and the world has to you. And it will open up to you and give you what you need. Men, you are loved. I love you unconditionally. I wish nothing but the best for you. I want you guys to know that you are loved. And a lot of the times you can't get that love from outside because you're not loving yourself enough. And when you love yourself enough, you start to have a little swag about you, a little standard about you. Because it's like, if you ain't going to love me with the same intensity I love myself, I ain't interested. And a lot of things that we go through in life is because of the people that we're around, or because we got signs and synchronicities and signals and all this stuff not to be around this person, not to deal with this person, not to love this person the way that we want to because they're not ready for it. They're emotionally unavailable and this and that and all that to get us where? Life is too short. I no longer want a partner. I want a companion. I want someone that genuinely wants to be around me when I irk them, when I make them mad, when I make them smile. All of that. I want to know that they let everybody know. Don't play with that one. That's me right there. That is my best friend. I could care less about a label or anything. Just to know that I have my counterpart. And I'm doing everything I gotta do in life. And they simply just want to enjoy the ride with me. I will go to the ends of the earth for that person. Because that's genuine. That ain't no convenience. That ain't no complacency. That ain't no thrumballery. That ain't no, oh, I'm here because, I see the best in them. Nah, you can see whatever you want in a person. But when we have expectations of people, that's when we start to fuck up. You can't expect somebody to do something just because you expect them to. You can't expect a person to love you a certain way just because you want to be loved that way. You have to accept people for who they are. That's what friendship is. Yeah, I'm going to tell you when you're wrong. I'm going to give you my opinion, but it's up to you whether you take that advice or not. I ain't responsible for any of the advice that I give y'all. I am not a trained professional. I'm simply giving my opinion. But I'm going to say this. Women, give your men their flowers today. Men, tell your woman you love her today. Kids, call your parents. Parents, call your kid. You can keep boundaries and express love. But you never want to regret meaning to call somebody and never get to talk to them. Now, with that being said, I want to go into my motivational tip. As soon as you notice you're having negative thoughts, immediately replace them with a funny memory, joke, or something that makes you feel good. I've been doing this for some years now, and I've developed a switch to just turn negativity off when I'm snowballing. Try it and let me know what you think. And you guys know, as always, love. To respond to a question, make a suggestion for an episode, to be a guest or give feedback, reach out to us at info@tonemotivates.com. You can also find us on social media at Tone Motivates on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and at Shades of Tone _podcast on Instagram and Facebook. And as always, you can find us at tonemotivates.com, where all of those links are as well.